Hi, everybody. So we are now into week 3. She would push the button as soon as I hit record. So this week, what we're doing is analytical essay. And oh my gosh, I already forgot. And the cause and effect essay. Okay, so you have your 2 examples. You have your sheets that give you the details of what those particular essays entail. Now, when you're doing this, try not to think too hard. I think some of the problem that we might be running into based off of what you guys are saying in your discussion posts is that you're putting too much thought into your topic. You can quite literally just Google analytical essay ideas or cause and effect essay topics. So a cause and effect topic would be maybe global warming, social media, bullying. Right. Typically in a classroom setting, if we were, in person, then we would come up with topics on our own, and then they would be around the room, and you'd get to go around and think of different causes and different effects for those causes. And then you would just take a picture of the one you want to write about. I do believe I have something similar to that, so maybe I'm going to throw that up under this module, just to help make it easy. But you know what, let's ride with that. Let's go with the cause and effect first. Give me 1 second so I can share my screen. Lucy, shut up. Christian, can you let the dog out, please? Okay, so your cause and effect essay. This is definitely something that we see a lot more in like history class. We definitely see it also in like a science class. What's going to happen if we do this? But when we do it in science, it's called an experiment and a hypothesis. In English, it's just a cause and effect essay. So we try to figure out what happened. So for example, Miss Madison, who's staring right now at her brother, does a lot of cause and effect right now. She's trying to learn about relationships and how things interact with something else. So if she pushes a button, what will happen? If she pushes the button on her keys, the effect is going to be that it's going to play some type of music. So typically you're going to see these keywords here. Okay, so cause, effects, and predictions. It leads to this, or it led to that, because, the reason being, cause is blah blah blah, the explanation, so, okay, the effects as a result, consequently, therefore, thus, then, thanks to, predictions, if then, when, after, as soon as. Okay, so the function of this particular essay is to kind of lay something out to a reader, like explain a situation. So this is what happened, and because this happened, this then consequently happened. Okay, so it's used for scientific experiments, as I said before, historical situations. Again, like I said before, they're meant to explore the nature of things, their effects on something, their relationships with something or maybe someone, and to give a little more understanding. Okay, so the example that I gave for cause and effect essay is by Stephen King. It's called Why We Crave Horror Movies. So it's basically because we're all mentally ill, is what he says. If you think of it in terms of it being Stephen King, he clearly has a sick sense of humor. So just kind of, take that with a grain of salt a little bit. I definitely say it's a good read. It's an interesting read if you like horror movies, especially. It makes sense, but doesn't make sense all at the same time. Miss Madison, why are you talking? Okay, so now we're going to switch gears over to the analytical essay real fast. So obviously, an analytical essay is meant to analyze something. You're going to break it down. It's to give readers and the author a better understanding of something. Okay, so typically for the analytical essay, and I'll show you in a second when we get to your writing assignment, the best way to think of an analytical essay is to analyze a song. Okay, break down what the lyrics actually mean. Right? Okay, so it's not meant for you to think of it as a critical essay. That uses particular language and terms that is not going to be used in the analytical essay. Okay. What you want to do is you want to look at the larger picture instead of the minute details, but sometimes in order to do that, we have to break it down to those details, which is why for this particular assignment, if you choose an analytical essay, I suggest you choose a song. It's a little easier to kind of break down and not overthink. There's also many websites that will help you break down song lyrics. So there's different types of analytical essays: cause and effect, compare and contrast, process, classification, definition. A process essay is also like an expository essay. We're in class. You're being very loud.
I'm in class.
You're in class too. Okay, so the function is really just to dissect something so that you can come to your own analysis of it. Again, you probably would see like an analytical essay in like a lab report maybe for science class. Oh, your binkies. What?
You tell them Christian's ear hurt.
My son's ear hurts.
Because.
He has swimmer's ear because he went swimming too much.
Yeah. And water's stuck in it.
Mm-hmm. Can you go get her binky? It's over there. Thank you.
And that's breathing from the chairs. That's so loser.
Okay, so the example that I gave you for the analytical essay is called The Ways of Meeting Oppression. It's by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It's on the other side, I think on the floor. Turn around. Look on the floor, not at me. Again, if you want to read through it, it's a good read. It's not lengthy because it's only 2 pages, but it feels like it's lengthy.
I don't see it.
Okay, then don't worry about it. Sorry. Okay, so those are the 2 types of essays that you have to choose from this week. Bear with me. Okay, so your writing assignment. Okay, let's see. So 3rd module, obviously I have the links again for you, cause and effect and analytical. You're going to find the documents detailing that I just went over. So you're going to choose one to create your own. Utilize the documents that detail the structural components and details of each to build your own. So I'm going to also add 2 other things. I have a particular example that I use of how to do the song lyrics because right here it says, analytical essay, should you choose this one, is an interesting one to complete. My advice is to choose a song and analyze the lyrics. So here's your example that I told you I was going to download. Okay, so I did this one last year when I taught this, and I chose the song Wake Me Up by Avicii. So obviously you can read through it on your own. You should give a little bit of background on the song. Okay, so it's by Avicii. His real name is Tim Bergling. He's from Sweden. Came out in March of 2013, released in June. Okay, SMF is the citation for that because obviously I didn't know that. Gained popularity in the club scene, and then again when Avicii died in 2018. Okay, so here we go. The chorus of the song is perhaps the most notable, as is with most songs. It goes as follows. So wake me up when it's all over. Wake me when I'm wiser and I'm older. Sorry, I can't see. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. Okay, so there could be multiple meanings behind this. So you'll notice that I put the lyrics itself right here in quotation marks, and then I decide to break it down. Okay, first one offering an interpretation given by Avicii that life was too good and he must be dreaming. However, there was more enlightening things with like Pizzagate and Jeffrey Epstein and Jazane. So that's the direction I took with it. Okay, so then next, I break it down even more. Wake me up when it's all over. Okay. Opening stanza, feeling my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where to start. Okay. So I give you the lyric and then I break it down. Then I give a next stanza lyric and then I break it down. And that's what you're going to do. Okay. You don't have to do it for each part that repeats itself, such as the chorus. And then I give my works cited and then I provide the lyrics. Okay. So there is that example for you to utilize. Okay. I do find the analytical essay to be just as easy as a cause effect essay. Cause effect. I also like to use Dr. Seuss's The Lorax, because that's a really good example of a cause effect essay. Right? So they, they need these needs to be made. So they have to cut down the truffula trees. And when they cut down the truffula trees, it means that the swami swams and the, I can't remember the name of the bears. Come on, no, not right here. The bears, they have nowhere to go. They have nothing to eat because the trees are being cut down. So now they have to leave. The swans can't sing because there's smog from the factory that was built to build the sneeds, or to make the sneeds rather. There's, what do they call it? Globulus glup in the water. So now the fish can't swim because it's globbing up their gills. Okay, so there's a lot of cause and effect in the Lorax itself, as another example of a cause and effect essay. Okay, so you guys know by now how to submit your assignment. Again, all you need to do, don't overthink it, okay, for the cause and effect. Type in cause and effect essay topics into Google and then just pick a topic. It's not, don't try to overwork yourself to that extent. There's no need. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? Okay, so that was your writing assignment. I suddenly can't find my mouse. Again, if you have questions, you can drop them here in the discussion post, the course Q&A discussion post. And then of course you have your I don't know. Oh, because I move ahead. That's why. Bear with me. I think I screwed this up. You have a discussion post due by Sunday. I'm currently making your thing up now. I believe that's it. I suddenly cannot find, I literally cannot find my mouse. I think it's because I'm blind. Let's see. Bear with me. This weekend. So next week is going to be a little more interesting, just to give you guys that heads up. Next week is going to be multiple things will be due besides a writing assignment. You are going to have, let's see if I can go there real fast. There it is. Okay, so let's go to August real fast. Here it is. So you'll notice right here, Saturday the 7th, that's next Saturday. You have 2 worksheets due, okay? That is their final deadline. You have all week to do them and to submit them. Don't try to leave it till last minute, okay? Then on Tuesday the 10th, you have a research exercise due. And then the 13th, you have 2 more MLA sheets, and you'll have an MLA quiz that will be through Canvas. However, those 4 MLA sheets and your research exercise, and then I also put, if you go into your files, bear with me. Files. Okay, so if you go here into files and we type in MLA, okay, you have this called MLA Documentation Bootcamp. All of these documents, okay, the worksheets, this particular one, you can use for your quiz. I pulled the quiz questions in particular out of this, okay, this document. Try to find other words and then I just can't. Okay, so definitely use them. There is no reason for you to not pass this quiz. You also get 2 attempts. Let's see, what else do I have? You also have a template, and then of course there's an extra work packet. You don't get any points for doing it, so it's up to you if you want to do it. But you have all of these to do yourself, okay? Shoot. Oh, I wasn't sharing my screen on that. Let's see. Anyway, sorry guys. You can just hit the calendar button and then sort out our class, and you can see when these things are due. What are you doing? You ready for a nap? Yeah, mommy too. Mama too. Okay, so that's just to give you that heads up that your MLA week, like your last 2 weeks of the class, are going to be a little more intense with work, but less writing assignments, because you're going to be able to work on your final writing assignment, which I should open because then you can see what it is. Actually, I think I opened it on 9th. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to open it for the second so that you guys have time to work on it. All right. If you guys have questions, shoot me a message, shoot me an email, smoke signal, whatever. Again, I know that I said this in last week's video, but from Thursday to Sunday, I will not be home. I'm not bringing my laptop with me. So if it's something that you can maybe figure out, go for it. I'm going to do my best while I'm away to check my emails at least once a day. But I can't make any promises. Yeah. So just to give you that heads up. Other than that, I think that's it. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope you have a good rest of your week and a good weekend. And hopefully one day we'll see each other in person. Bye, guys.